Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stardeus. This is going to be a new series based on a game that is quite similar to RimWorld, but it is on a spaceship somewhere deep in space. And we're stranded. Currently, we just have a couple of these drones, and as you guys all like it, these drones can be renamed. So put your names in there if you want to be a drone, or we'll come to that, a colonist. Now, since all of you voted for this game over Patreon, Patron, which is another game I want to play soon, we started with this one, but we'll play the other one as well. Now, this is our current ship. It just has floors, it doesn't even have walls around, so there's no oxygen or anything like that we could use. We have a couple of storage pods out here, we have our main ship computer, we have a shuttle which we'll later be able to use for useful stuff like explorations or expeditions, I think they're called. And we have a stasis array which holds countless people that will from time to time pop out and then die from asphyxiation and cold. So now the first couple of things that we want to do is get some power going over here. So we'll build a connector, and this basically allows us to connect devices to the power grid. And we're gonna also build a matter reactor, which we're gonna use to burn some of the stuff that we have stored in here. And we can see, where is it? There you go. These are all the things we have stored. We have a bunch of steel plates, copper plates, glass, carbon, some water, some wood, some rocks, some silicon, some carbon fibers, some lithium, and some microchips. Basically, we need to make this ship, well, basically good enough so the colonists, when they pop out, they don't just die. Now that we have our matter reactor and this thing, we can connect thingsies. And basically, these connectors are going to be on the ships, basically transferring power from one place to another. Basically, it all has to be connected to the ship computer. And right now, we have this matter reactor, which is going to be producing 15 kilowatts of power for us. And we can choose fuel. Apparently, it can just burn everything. And tutorial that I played through tells me, hey, steel plate burns well, so go ahead and use that, and you usually have plenty. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be using steel plate for now to burn for fuel. Later on, we can find something else. And over here, we're building some walls. Hopefully, these walls will help with the integrity of the whole ship. I was even thinking of maybe just disassembling most of this backside, because, you know, it's going to give us some resources. And we don't need that much space right now. But I guess for now, we can keep it. Now this over here is our research tree. As you can see, it's not that giant yet, but it's got a couple of things. This game, as you probably know, is still in very early alpha access. You can't actually play it besides a short demo for most of you people. I've got a bit of a longer version that I can play, so we're gonna make a series out of that. But in any case, it's still very early in the development, so keep that in mind as we play through all this. And you can see some of these things are already researched, and the other things we shall research ourselves. So I think we're gonna focus first maybe on computing. So this is gonna give us more modules that we can then build to extend our memory and storage and CPU and all that stuff. As you can see, for each of these researches, you need some power, you need some memory. As you can see, that's basically a RAM. And we need some permanent storage that we need to keep around for all the research that is stored around. So let's start with computing for now. And you can see, using computing actually overloads our grid, because it needs 15k, and we've been using 2.5-ish k for something else, which means another matter reactor. The little drone boys will also require a charge station. We're gonna drop this one out here somewhere. There you go, you can go there and you can charge over there. Now, this ship computer is going to be overheating with time, so we must make sure that this place is in a box by itself where nobody really comes to, and it's going to have basically holes in the floor so it can so it's not going to overheat basically. So we're going to go with a couple of like frames that we can drop around us. You can still walk on them, but there is, you know, a hole in the universe from that. I actually haven't tried if you can have double doors next to each other. I've never even attempted that. So clearly that has issues. So we'll not do double doors next to each other, because That doesn't quite work. But we'll build a wall over here, and now we can connect this door over here, and it's gonna slowly open and close. And the ship computer is gonna stay in its own thing. Now up here, you can see the overlays of temperature. This is still, you know, it's very cold because we are basically in space, you know. So whenever any of these guys pop out, we must make sure that this doesn't get the power quite right away. Although I think they might still be able to pop out even without that. It kind of annoys me how this is done over here. These floors are obnoxious. I'm gonna get rid of them because we can't build a wall around that. So yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of them. And sure, you know, it does look cool, but we need to build a wall around this. Otherwise, I don't think our whole station is gonna be very impregnable. So while it might look nice, we're gonna have to say no to this. And of course, disassembling all of these gives us extra resources that we can use for other stuff. They do seem to prefer disassembling than assembling, which is fine with me. You guys go ahead and you do you. But now we can build maybe. You know what? Just go like this. I know, doesn't look as good, not nearly as good, but it will at least give us like some proper corners over here that we can use. And all of these things over here can then get hauled and put into storage rooms that we have around here. There you go. Now that the little boys have cleaned up all of this, we can keep on extending the ship. I do intend to make different rooms and all that stuff, but for now I just want to build some outside walls that we're gonna have going around. We do need to build an airlock, and for that I think we need further research into that. If we look into research over here, airlock should be... Well, that's a very good question where it is. I think it might be... here? Maybe not. Ah, it is down here in the atmosphere control. We're gonna do that. I think we might just research it right now. So for that, again, we're gonna need 15 kilowatts of power. We're gonna need 6 amounts of RAM, which we do have 8. And we need 12 permanent storage. So we're gonna have to increase the permanent storage thingy, which I think we got the ability to build with the computing that just got researched. So we can build the disk module, and this is gonna add the 4 zettabytes of permanent storage. There we go. Now we connect this bad boy over here to the power grid. And if you look at the research now, we have a bunch more research options over there. Not research options, more storage options. That's what I was trying to say. So let's go and unlock the airlock thingy then. Now our connector over here already has 6 connections, as you can see. We're gonna need a bunch more, so we're gonna build another one. For now, this one can connect over here, and the last connection is gonna go to this one, so this one gets the power, and then this one can has its own connections and all that stuff. And looks like one of our drones, actually all of the drones, have leveled up their construction skills. Very nice. Yoink! We got the oxygen pump, the airlocks, and the ability to make vents. Very nice. So, now that we have oxygen control and all that stuff, we're probably gonna need some resource processing for future. Maybe some temperature control if we ever wake up our human beings that we have hidden over there. What else could we use out here? Oh, if we have human beings, I hear that they need to eat. So we have the biotech available up here with some kitchen and planters and survival meals that we can make. But once again, we need more permanent storage. And since we don't really need that much ship space, I'm gonna deconstruct this part of the whole thing as well. Let's see. We can now start the biotech research, and we're gonna go for some kitchen stuff because why not? People need to eat if they ever we wake them up. It's a shame we had to savage our ship like this, but I'm still thinking that, you know, for the future we could use resources a bit more right now rather than anything else that we have over here. And I've built airlocks on the sides over here, so we'll be able to jump and pop out as we need to. We're gonna build this wall up here, and for the future we also have vents available that we can use between different rooms. So if you're heating one room up, we can use a vent to another, so both of them get the heat, etc, etc. There we go. We have walls all around. Is that gonna help us right now? Not quite yet, but hopefully in the future it will. We can now bring power to this thing. I don't think we're quite ready for that, because, of course, this place isn't really ready for living beings yet. But I'll maybe select a couple more rooms that we can use over here in between, and maybe we'll separate this apart from the rest of the stuff, and hopefully that will make a bit more sense. There we go, we got biotech now, superb. We can start planting some stuff, hopefully. Also, I'm rebuilding the airlocks because they've been annoying me because they seem to be sideways, like they shouldn't be, so that kind of annoyed me. And now, next thing we need to do is find what else we research. Whoa! Looks like we had Sebastian McKay pop out of the whole thing, and of course died to cold right away. That's probably not a good idea. It looks like Stasis took some damage, I don't know what from, and that's probably what awoken this man. So that's why he popped out, the poor guy. It didn't really go well for him, not in the slightest. But maybe, you never know, maybe next time this is gonna be, the place is gonna be ready for him. Well, that seems reasonable now. I'm still thinking maybe we have too much stuff in the back, and we could cut some of this down just to save resources. Because if you look at this, we don't even have that much resources when it comes to the steel plate and all that stuff. And I don't know how hard it's gonna be for us to get it, because of course I haven't played the game that much yet. But at least we have rooms now. And if you look at the rooms, the temperatures are still minus 270 in all of these. So that's something we need to beef up. Oxygen, 0% all around. So maybe we should try fixing the oxygen situation first. We do have the oxygen pump, which does produce oxygen. So maybe we can put one of these bad boys like in this main room where we can expect people to wake up. And then maybe we can add some vents to these other places. So, you know, if we have oxygen, it can also go into these places, and then we can heat up. I would maybe keep this side of the ship for now away from human beings. I don't know how smart they are, if they are gonna stay away from it or they're gonna want to go there and chill, but I guess we'll learn that. Alright, the oxygen has been connected. It does require 10 kilowatts. Which I think is still fine when it comes to power for us. Where exactly can we see this? I know that if you look over here at research, it shows you electricity grid. There you go. Does it not show it here? Maybe I don't see it. But yeah, we do have some power going on. So let's take a look at the oxygen. Ah, there you go. There is a couple of oxygen percentage going on over here. Slowly but surely spreading around. Somebody went and woke from stasis already. We do have peak 21% oxygen over here. Slowly spreading out. I don't know why Micah went to wake up, but it looks like stasis took some damage, and probably that's why he did. Of course, he froze to death because we're still looking for that temperature control. We're still working on that bad boy. But I think at this point we can soon connect this, and then maybe we won't have corpses around like this anymore. Hey, there we go. We do have temperature control researched now. Let's take a look at all of that. So we have a heater. A heater sounds like a great idea. We're gonna build one over here, and we'll see how much it can heat from just that one. Oh, yoink. Temperature up to 21 degrees in these two. That one, I guess it's not good enough for that one. Oh, it's dropped at minus 60. Oh, when they open this, I wonder if it is when they open these doors. Alright, we built two more, and now, well, in that corner it's still minus 30 degrees. In here we have some minus 70 for some reason still. So it's not spreading as well as you'd hope, but I think it's about time we connect this stasis thing back to the power. And now life support lacks power still. We do have electricity deficiency, so we'll start pumping this one, and as soon as it's loaded, it should give us enough power. There you go. No longer deficiency. This takes quite a lot, consuming quite a lot of electricity, but you know what? Now we're actually living in a place that might not right away kill our people. We have 20-ish degrees most of the spaces. Yeah, 15 around there. That's good. Oxygen is nicely 21% in these 3 rooms. So these 3 rooms are currently livable. I like that. So, for now, we're gonna put a cut in here. In the next episode, I wanna go and awaken some people and give them food and stuff and maybe get rid of some of the corpses. For now, though, thank you, buddy, for watching. Hope you enjoyed this first episode of Stardeus, and I'll see you guys next time.